Alright lovers, alright, how's it going? Armour Pants here, got another videos for you, doesn't he? This one is, should I take the T62A or should I take the Object 140? You know, decisions, which one to pick. Somebody actually asked me for this video, somebody in the, on the last video I posted, somebody asked me if I could do this. I don't know why, because there's fucking loads of videos about it. But here's the good news, there's no wrong decision. Both tanks are fucking great, so don't worry about it, don't stress. Let's look at the techie stuff here. T62A has slightly better stats, just slightly. By the way, this wasn't the case before. The Object 140 was a superior tank before, but I think in the last 2 or 3 updates, the T62A has gotten significant buffs. So now it's slightly better stats. You can see here, have a look at the guns. Again, there is slight differences, but not too much to pick from, guys. I mean, like, really, if the differences between these tanks are going to make it a difference to you, whether you play them well or not, then you really sort of are either so bad it's not going to make a difference, or so good it's not going to make a difference. Because the differences, as Dr. Evil said, are inconsequential. So yeah, just have a look at the turret here. Again, there's slight differences. There's discrepancy in the weight, but really in terms of top speed of the tank, that doesn't come into effect. So yeah, really, it doesn't really make any difference, you know. So the good news is, it doesn't really matter. Just go with whatever one you prefer. The T62A has slightly better stats now, but the Object 140 is a smaller tank, so it presents less of a target. So it would, in my opinion, that actually negates the slight statistic differences that are in favour of T62A. So if that counterbalances that, then in actuality there isn't really any difference between the tanks. Now, that of course is just my opinion. But if, for example, you're trying to choose between these two beautiful women, that's it. There isn't really a bad choice, is there? By the way, the one on the left, T62A, that's Natalie Portman, and the one on the right is Gail Gadot, who was recently Wonder Woman. By the way, I picked 2 women from the same country, just so that you don't think I'm in any way sort of selecting based on nationality or religion or ethnic minority. By the way, if you're not interested in women, by the way, it's like choosing between these 2 cars. One is a Ferrari F430, and the other one is a Ferrari F360. Again, doesn't really make much difference, is it? Both beautiful. If you're not interested in either women or cars, then I suggest just fuck off. I've no hope for you anyway, is there? So I don't know what the fuck. I can't help you. So yeah, there you go. Right, so anyway, they've established the fact that there's fuck all difference between them. There is no bad choice, just whatever one. It might be a slight preference, personal preference for you. Just take it, yeah. But nobody's going to criticise you either way. Just like if you turned up with either of those women or either of those Ferraris, there's nobody going to criticise you. Right, now, this game is not me, by the way. I'm doing this video in collaboration with Salman Ace Tanker, you know, my mate from Bihar province in eastern India, just on the Bangladesh border. Shout out to all the subscribers in India. I know there's fucking loads of them now since we did the last video with Salman. So cheers lads. Fantastic country, fantastic culture. Maybe the West will catch up someday. So by the way, I asked Salman, because when we were asked to do this video, I didn't have any recordings of T62A or the Object 140. So I said to Salman, listen mate, could you shoot video for me on it? Because of time difference, it was difficult for us to do it together. So he said, could you shoot video of one? He says, yeah, no problem, mate. I'll do it. He says, I don't normally play these tanks, but I'll take them out for a run and I'll try to get some good footage for you. So like 30 minutes later, he comes back with fucking mastery game. He says, is this okay? Fucking hell. I mean, like, he's just so good. It's annoying, really, isn't it? It's just annoying. By the way, then he was disappointed because he only got a first class mastery in the Object. And he was like, oh, I'm really sorry I let you down and all this. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And then he didn't record anyway, so he was even doubly annoyed. But I was just looking at this game, by the way. So, obviously, we're looking at the T62, where we're looking at how maneuverable it is. We're looking at its rate of fire, which is fantastic. But I was just looking at his gameplay here. I think what makes him such a spectacular player is his ability, his snapshots in particular. I mean, I was just looking at the snapshots there in the grill, you know. And I don't think I've ever seen a player put in snapshots like that. I mean, like, his aim at time is just, I think what he does is he pre-aims the gun and just snaps it off, and he's actually moving back before I mean, he's moving back before the other guy has a chance to react. And actually, I think literally the shell has just left the muzzle by the time he's moving back. It's quite spectacular, I have to say. But I guess that's why he's such a fucking good player, right? I mean, like, I'm a decent player, but this guy is a fucking ace player. I mean, he's fantastic. Oops, got rear-ended there, a bit of a Freddie Mercury moment. So look at him now. Oh, he takes one on. He takes one there now. He did take one there. Probably wasn't expecting that now. And that was a big fuck up to take two. That's like being dropped into the old drunk tank and getting ass raped by the biggest guy in there. So yeah, not pleasant at all. Nobody wants that. But hopefully it doesn't happen again. That's a once in a lifetime experience, or to put in Blitz context, is a once in a game thing, isn't it really? So there you go. Looking at the gameplay here, T62, I mean, how you play this game is you obviously play this tank as you play a light tank in the lower tiers. It's so maneuverable, but unlike light tanks like that, it actually has some armor, so you can bounce shots. It was a fantastic shot as well. And particularly the turret's great, so if you get hold down this thing, it's fantastic. Or if you're moving around the map, and let's face it, you should move around the map with this tank, because that's what this tank is for. I mean, it is a medium tank, but I mean, it almost plays like a light tank. In fact, the closest tank I would say, or how I played both this and the Object 140, is like the T54 lightweight. I did drop a video on that a while ago with my own mastering game, by the way. That took me like months to master it. Salman probably doing about fucking 20 minutes. But I think that's actually, if you play that tank, if you play these two tanks like that, I think you're going to get fantastic results. Because like that tank, they have the same speed. Of course, they don't have the same camo numbers because they're mediums and it's a light tank. But very similar characteristics, very similar gun handling. And yeah, I think it's plays really the same way, and also it has some turret armor, etc. So you play very similarly. So if you're coming up from tier 8 to this, and you play that tank, you'll think you'll enjoy it. I think that these tanks are better than the T54 before them. They're far superior tanks, I believe. So yeah, but I would play it like the lightweight. That would be my recommendation. See there, I mean, he's death on tracks, this fella, isn't he? I'm particularly impressed here with his shots on the E100, because these fucking things are a bastard to penetrate. I mean, it's like trying to penetrate an 8-year-old nun, isn't it? But no trouble to the old Salman lad. I mean, I'm not talking about nuns. I don't think he's ever had sex with a nun. But in terms of penetrating this tank, you know, it's fantastic, right? So you see this guy, he manipulated the tank's quality so well. He was all over the map. He used the rate of fire well. He used the turret armor, and there you go, mastery badge, over 7k of damage. I mean, that's phenomenal. I'm not, by the way, guys, I'm not saying you're all going to be able to do this in this T62A, because this guy is exceptional. But I just wanted to show you this game because, firstly, it's an exceptional game, but it really shows you the qualities of that tank and how you can play it very well. This is my own game here. I'm the Object 140. I got the special camo on the Terror. Just got it because, well, why not, right? I think the tank looks great in it, by the way. So yeah, I thought we were all going this way. Then nope, no, we're all going this way. Okay, let's go. Sorry about that. So what's good about this game, this game here? Obviously it's not a mastery game or anything like that, but it is a good, decent game with this tank, and it does show this tank's qualities. As I said, the first thing you'll notice is, as I mentioned earlier, that it is smaller than the T62A. This tank has a very low profile, and that will help you out a lot. So it does have good gun handling, as you saw there, and you can do there up against myself there. You can do all sorts of damage with that gun, and the DPM in it in particular is brilliant. We just wanted to track him there, and then my mate took him out there before you got a chance to put one away to me. Coming up in the LWZ here, again you can see this tank, you know, even against another medium tank, it's so maneuverable. But what I love about this game is, and what it shows about this tank, is how terrain friendly it is. You see, this is a great map for actually separating the men from the boys on the in terms of maneuverability of tanks, because it's up and down, up and down, up and down. If you go to desert, right, and you see just how manoeuvrable the tank is. I'm up and down, I'm up and down. And just the gun depression on it when you're up and down really allows you to just be so good, so effective on these maps. The Object 140, by the way, has I think 1 degree more gun depression than the T62A. So if you are a player that really does rely on gun depression and likes to play that style of play and manipulate that factor in the tank, then maybe the Object might be slightly better for you. But it's a minor thing, really. It is a minor thing. Again, you see how good the gun is, and how well the tank moves over the terrain. It is just a beautiful tank to handle, beautiful tank to maneuver. It is just great fun to play as well. And you see here, its maneuverability actually gets me that last kill, because if I was in a less maneuverable tank, I probably wouldn't go up and down as quickly. But it's just a great tank to play. Now, that game is very short, but you'll see how effective the tank is, because when we look at the stats, I think it did over 3k or 3.3k damage. Just in that short period of time. So that shows you how effective the tank is. I mean, literally, it's like fucking, I mean, like, if shells were sperm, this tank could be bukkake. So there you go. So there's just a summary for you guys. Visual aid to help you remember. T62A, Object 140. Doesn't really matter. Either's good, and both are beautiful. Just like those two women. So just a matter of personal choice, really, if you have to make the choice, to be honest with you, I'm not really sure I'd be able to choose between them. Maybe slightly go Gale, maybe slightly go Gal Gadot, maybe, I think so, yeah, just for the fact that she was Wonder Woman. Alright, cheers Bush, take it easy now. Take it easy, and remember, lovely tanks, lovely ladies, lovely cars. See you now, boys, cheers.